Hey, it's Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. We're at the 25th anniversary of the ITEXPO TECHSUPERSHOw. It's 2024 February in Fort Lauderdale. It's the 41st event. Thank you so much again. Really appreciate you guys allowing us to have this show and for being part of our broader community. And we've got Breton. He's with Adaptiv Neworks. He's back on the show. I think it's been every year, even through the pandemic, that we've seen you. And welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much, Rich. It's always a pleasure to be here. This is a great event. It sort of kickstarts the year for me. This is a great show. For us, the channel community is here in big numbers, and it's really the first step of the marketing activities when it comes to show. And for Lauderdale or for Canadian, it's always a good place because it's warmer. But really glad to be here. Certainly looking forward to meeting a lot of people. It's been many years now that we've been platinum sponsor here at the ITEXPO, and we really like the organization. It's really a pleasure working with you guys on the ITEXPO.
Thanks for being part of the community as well, and it's been great. And so you guys, historically, I'd say SD-WAN is what people know you as, a provider of SD-WAN. Why don't you give me an overview of your company in your own words?
Yeah, sure. So we are a really pure play SD-WAN vendor, but of course, as cloud networking, which really SD-WAN is really all about networking from the cloud, is truly merging with cloud-based security. So for the last 3 years, a lot of our efforts have been around really integrating cloud security capabilities along with our new generation SD-WAN product, which we actually launched in August last year. So it's very recent. So our new generation platform is now available globally, and it includes security capabilities that are really designed for the small and medium customers who are, what I would say, not able to afford, both from a complexity standpoint and a cost standpoint, the more sophisticated, more demanding security platforms that are out there. There are great solutions out there when it comes to security for the large businesses, but frankly, when you're sort of a mid-market customer or even a small customer, you're left with the crumbles when it comes to an investment, yet you're not left with the crumbles when it comes to attacks. So there's really a paradox in the industry, and that's really what we're trying to address. The needs of the small and medium enterprises. That was true for our SD-WAN offering, which is designed really for those businesses, but that's even more relevant when it comes to security.
I'd even point out that, we talk about AI making companies more efficient, more productive, et cetera. Very few people are talking about the fact that AI is also making hackers more effective, more productive, but more targeted is even worse. That's the worst thing, I think, because there's enough information on the dark web, and that dark web information can be taken to craft such a level of personalization with phishing and other kinds of attacks at organizations that security is something companies need to really start to not just think about, but rethink about in an age where the attacks are going to be far more automated than they were.
Yeah, absolutely. When you think about the general notion of social engineering, phishing as a service, effectively platforms that help you do social engineering to drive really pretty well-targeted phishing attempts. They work partially well with the smaller businesses, in fact, where you might have a lesser level of cybersecurity knowledge in the organization. And I think it's extremely important that you have access to a platform that elevates your cybersecurity posture so that you are less at risk. Risk zero does not exist. It doesn't matter who you are. You've seen large businesses being hacked, and trust me, it's not because they had no cybersecurity practice in place. But the reality is that you need to elevate your cybersecurity posture to a point where the reward is not going to be worth the pain and the effort for the hackers. And that's really what we're focusing on. And by the way, we use AI in our platform to defend by using AI and deep learning to be able to identify threats that are unknown as of yet, so that you can defend against those, what they call 0 days, basically the first generation of attacks before they've actually been cataloged and put in libraries. So you have the ability to provide a fairly sophisticated level of protection when it comes to malware and phishing without a large level of complexity in terms of the implementation, which is really the goal. Because when you talk about small and medium enterprises, simplicity has to be at the heart of everything. They don't have a team of 10 cybersecurity experts. They're not going to have that, so they need solutions that will be as automated as possible, as simple to deploy as possible. And that is extremely related to what we do. So that simplicity sort of anchor for us is truly part of our DNA. And it's a journey because you don't get there day one. And then we see that with our platforms. That's actually one of the major tenets of our new generation product, is to elevate the simplicity without reducing the level of sophistication of the platform. In fact, one thing that people don't really know about Adaptiv is the level of technical depth that there is in the product. We have 78 patents today in the product, which is more than any other SD-WAN vendor in the market. Yet when you look at our solution, it looks very easy. In fact, deploying a new site for a customer is a matter of about 2 minutes. Okay, so it's very easy to do that, but behind the scene, there's a lot of technology. A little bit like if you take the example in the phone world, an iPhone is a great phone. It's simple to use, but it packs a lot of technology. We are really seeing our journey and our goal, our mission when it comes to SD-WAN and security as well, really sort of driven by this notion of bringing simplicity, which we believe is key for actually making those solutions usable and deliver real value for the end customers in the end.
Fantastic. Is there anything else we should know?
This year we're onboarding a large number of new significant partners, so it's going to be a busy year for Adaptiv. We signed more MSPs and CSP in the last 6 months than we've ever signed. I think there's a lot of excitement around our new generation product, so we're going to be really, really busy working hand in hand with those partners, also working towards scaling the business to be able to drive the growth and then support the growth. We don't want to crumble under our own growth, so certainly going to be a busy year, and certainly looking forward to what's happening also in the market. There's some disturbance with some M&A activities that happened with one of the major players. I'm not going to name them in an interview, but that's also creating a lot of disturbance in the SD-WAN space, and we can really help the telcos and MSP that have embraced that solution and are left a little bit stranding.
Thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure, Rich. Have a good